just dream that? Did I really see that? Were you really there with me, or what did we just feel? Om Shiva Shri Shakti Shivoham Shaktyoham. How can I know that? How can we always see that? Could we really go back there? Is it with us everywhere? Om Shiva Shri Shakti Shivoham Shaktyoham. Whenever you smile at me, the sound in me is freed then from all the past, from pain, from hurt, from any more words. Om Shiva Shri Shakti Shivoham Shaktyoham. Om Shiva Shri Shakti Shivoham Shaktyoham. Just in tune, resonating with the beat of this world, like the moon, effervescent with the pulse of the earth. Give me courage to love, know the secret of us. Don't hurry, my love, nothing good gets away. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Wow, Suparna Sayuja Sakaya Samanam Vriksham Parishvasvajati Tayoranya Pipalam Swadvatya Nashnananyo Abhijakashiti. Om Shiva Shri Shakti Shivoham Shaktyoham.
Amsha. The consciousness has been compared to a river, and the beauty of the river lies in flowing, because the thirst of the river is to merge, to meet, to mingle into the ocean. And the thirst is intense, and the desire is so heavy on its heart that it cannot afford to stop anywhere. Every river dreams to meet its beloved, the ocean. No matter how meandering the path is, how many obstacles come in between, the river is unstoppable. So also, the consciousness is a river. The goal is to meet the ocean, but it is not a tedious journey. It's the journey of joy. It's a journey of celebration. The journey of river to the ocean is a festival itself for the river. On one side is the aim, but on the other side is the joy. The pure joy of flowing, the pure joy of jumping, the pure joy of singing, of celebration. River is not bothered whether it is helping anybody on the way. Civilizations have been established by the side of river, but river has nothing to do with them. It is lost in its own joy, in its own bliss. If somebody comes and drinks the water, it's fine. If somebody doesn't, it is least bothered. Somebody throws flowers, somebody comes and throw dead body, ash. It is least bother. Its very nature is to flow. So consciousness is like a flow, is like a flux, is like a river. It should keep on flowing. If a river decides to stop at some point, it will become a pond. It will become a reservoir and it will stagnate. So we are here to become river and not a pond. There are mosquitoes there. The water stinks. There's a bad odor. But the river flows. The life of river is the life of song, singing, enjoyment. The river is not taking any singing classes. Nobody comes and teaches a river how to flow. Because to flow is in its very blood. It is the DNA. That river flows, and when it flows, it sings, it dances. The river is never sad, while a pond is something suggestive of sadness. It is at one place, the pond is at one place, the lake is at one place. At the most, it can become a tourist site or tourist attraction. It may become egoistic, but the river is least bothered about public. It just flows. And when it flows, it sings the joy of life with an eternal enthusiasm. An enthusiasm that knows no end. An enthusiasm that never fails, that never stops. It goes on. So yesterday we were seeing the divine message of 13th July 2009. There's a bhatti going on and the trance messenger is taking this message to Baba. And we saw certain steps of transformation yesterday. The song of transformation. So Dadi gave the news of bhatti and Baba said, बच्चे अब तो समय और प्रकृति को भी यही पुकार है कि हे परिवर्तन के आधार मूर्त उद्धार मूर्त, अब को कब नहीं करो, रहम करो, कृपा करो। क्या यह दुख की पुकार बच्चों को सुनने नहीं आती? बच्चों ने हिम्मत तो अच्छी रखी है, बाप दादा खुश है, लेकिन आगे चलते हिम्मत के साथ उमंग उत्साह भी साथ रहे, क्योंकि उमंग उत्साह ही फरिश्ते स्वरूप के पंख है। Zeal and zest. What are these? These are the wings of an angel. The goal is to become an angel of light. जहाँ उमंग उत्साह है, हिम्मत है, वहाँ कोई भी समस्या समाधान के रूप में बदल जाती है। इसलिए अब एकाग्रता और दृढ़ता की शक्ति से चारों ओर निर्विघ्न शांति का वायुमंडल बनाओ। साथ साथ अपने अपने सेवा स्थान पर कोई भी छोटी मोटी बात आती भी है तो एक दो को शुभ भावना शुभकामना का सहयोग दे, समय और संकल्प को सफल करो और कराओ। एक दो को हिम्मत के पंख लगाए, उड़ो और उड़ाते रहो। एक दो को सदा कोई ना कोई गुण की गिफ्ट देते रहना और लेते रहना, साथ साथ सदा अपने चारों खाते देखते रहना। So for any seva, to reach the zenith of success, what is needed is zeal and zest, a tremendous enthusiasm, a bubbling enthusiasm, an enthusiasm that knows no end, an enthusiasm that is not dependent on situations, on persons, on places, on people. An enthusiasm which is self-born, an enthusiasm which is spontaneous. When such an enthusiasm is there, you don't have to bother about success. Success comes on its own accord. So Brahmin life is the life of enthusiasm. They call it Utsav. Utsav means some festival, some festivity. So there is no need to celebrate on a particular day, just as the worldly people celebrate. In Brahmin life, every day is the day of celebration. Every day is the day of festival. Every day is Diwali and every day is New Year. In today's Avyakta Murli Baba described so many days, marriage day and anniversary day and engagement day. You have all those days in one day, bundled in one day. So you celebrate almost every day. You don't have to go and look into horoscope. Which day is good? Which day is best? Wherever you are, that place is the best for you. Whatever time you will select, that is the best time for you. Whatever persons you are living with, these are the best people, the chosen few, the selected ones. Because these are the people who would, rather, they have taken the responsibility on themselves to make you an angel. No matter what they speak, good or bad. So, enthusiasm makes the difference. The word enthusiasm means to get infused. One who is infused with God. One who is infused with the Holy Spirit. Then only you are enthusiastic. And enthusiasm has certain components like motivation, your interest, your desire. How intense is the desire? How motivated you are? What is your inspiration? When all these things combine together, the person becomes enthusiastic. Interest. There are only two categories of children. It's not about intelligent and less intelligent. It's all about interest and non-interest. Disinterest is a different word. There is a difference in disinterest and non-interest. What is it? Disinterested is, a student is interested in study, a student is not interested in study. A judge is disinterested in the case, is impartial. So disinterest is detached, is impartial. While a student is not interested in the studies. A thief enters a house and he collects many things. And he is about to jump out of the window with those valuables. The child of that house wakes up and he looks at the thief and says, "Please take my school bag, otherwise I will create noise here. I will raise you and cry. Please take my school bag." So student is not interested. And who excels in exams? Those who are interested, those who are motivated, those who are inspired, those who have enthusiasm. For them, study is not boring or tedious task, but they love it. So smart students, sincere students, this is one category. The other category is those students who love. They love study. And they don't stop where the teacher stops. They explore. They study on their own. Rather, they don't even need schools. There's one word in English or one terminology. It's known as Indigo Children. Have you heard of this? Indigo children are precocious children. They are extremely intelligent, extremely talented. They are far ahead of their time. They grasp things very fast without even preliminary studies. They are indigo children. They are very few, but extremely intelligent, extremely sharp, with photographic memories. So such children are there in the world. And for them, even to say that they are intelligent is not a good word. They are born with that intelligence. Prodigy is the same as Indigo Children. A child is prodigious. He is much, much ahead of his time. People are amazed to look at that, his intellect. So those children are known as prodigious children. So what is enthusiasm? So enthusiasm is nothing but everything combined together. You are motivated, you are inspired, you are interested, you desire, you love it. A river is enthusiastic. River is not intelligent, but river is enthusiastic because it has that intense desire to merge with the ocean. Because it loves to move, there is a flux. Enthusiasm is not an effort, it's not a purusharth. It's the result of something. It has come as a side effect. It is the fruit. When you remember what you have got. In today's Avyakta Murli, Baba talked about 4 types of lines. The line of your divine birth, how you have taken birth. Think of it. The line should remain uninterrupted, unpunctured. The line of your study, the line of divine sustenance, the line of selfless service. Think of them. Keep your attainments in front of you all the time. That perpetual state of awareness, and you remain enthusiastic. And when you are enthusiastic, it gets reflected in everything. In your creativity. When one is enthusiastic, one becomes creative. When one is not interested, he doesn't think of improving. But when enthusiasm is there underlying each and every activity which you do, every activity becomes powerful, every activity becomes creative. There would be a newness, there would be transformation in things which you do. You will not follow the old run-of-the-mill path. The enthusiasm propels you to seek new. Newness in everything. Newness in every aspect of life. So Baba says, an angel has got wings. Wings of enthusiasm. Wings of zeal and zest. Umang Utsaha. So the question is, why this zest, why this zeal dwindles down? As we progress ahead, what happens? Why it wanes rather than waxing? Rather than increasing, it starts waning, decreasing gradually. We lose enthusiasm. People lose enthusiasm in effort. To get up at Amrit Vela just to sit for some time and then somehow to finish it. Listen Murli with half-hearted spirit. And in Seva also, they are following the same. There is no change. The same Shivratri celebration is going on year after year. The same program, the same stage, the same speech, the same speakers, the same conference, the same topics. There is no change even in the topics. Everything is going on in the same thing. There is no change. Nobody thinks that we should change this now. You're just following the... There was a lady who used to prepare sandwich for her husband every day before he would go to office. But every time she would make a sandwich, she would make 4 cuts like this. One day her husband asked her, why you make these cuts? Why you throw away this sandwich on the other side? She said, I don't know. My mother used to do that. Okay, so your mother did it. Fine. So one weekends, her mother visits her. So the son-in-law asks the mother-in-law, why is it that every time you used to make sandwich, you would cut it and throw this 4 sides? She said, I really do not know, but my mother used to do that, so I started doing it. And where is your mother? Okay, she stays in another city. Okay, let's see. Then we will go in summer holidays. We will ask. So they go one of these days to grandmother. So she is asked, why you used to cut this sandwich from the foresight? She said, I really don't know, because my mother used to do that. And fortunately, her mother was also alive that time. She was in the nursing home, being taken care by doctors. So when she is approached, she was asked the same question. Why you would cut the sandwich from? She said, cut? I never cut. Are you using the same sandwich maker? Because mine was very small. That's why I had to cut it. They are just following. Why they are following? Who started it? Nobody knows. That is just following. The same thing. Where is the spark of enthusiasm? It's lost. Bring it back. So when there is enthusiasm, you think of changing things. You think of creativity. The same table which is kept with the same flower pot for every festival, for every celebration, remove it and keep something else now. So when you are full of enthusiasm, you think of something new. We have a quote, and we want that the same quote everybody should fit into. The quote of 1960s. Now it is 2021. If the quote is not getting fit, you are ready to cut the person, but the quote would remain the same. The persons may go away, but the quote remains the same. With time, things change. With times, everything should change. That's what Baba also says. Every moment is different. So think of newness, think of creativity, think of doing the same thing in some different manner. And such creativity will come only and only when you are filled with enthusiasm, and such enthusiasm will come only when you have such a powerful Amrit Vela every day. In today's Avyakta Murli, Baba said to teachers say that while we sit in yoga, we remember seva. But that is not vikalpa. Agreed, that's not a bad thought. But then you don't have controlling powers. And without controlling powers, how can you have ruling powers? Without ruling powers, you cannot become rulers. So when you sit in yoga, you become bodiless. That is what is needed in 1 second. If instead of doing that, you are thinking of service, then that is not seva. That is not yoga. So Baba is teaching so many new things every day, a new perspective. But how do we approach Murli? How do we see things? How do we see life? We are just following what has been followed. We are not follower of Brahma. We are follower of followers of Brahma. And in this journey of followers, something is lost. If Baba would have been here right now, his Murli would have been entirely different than what it was in 1960s. With changing times, with changing circumstances, things change, and you should also. So bring newness, bring enthusiasm, fly. You are an angel. Jump, you are an angel. Dance, you are an angel. Celebrate, you are an angel. Feast, you are an angel. You do not belong to this earth. You belong to the kingdom of sky. So fly, move, dance, sing. Om Shanti.